it is okay to be gay. If a guy had to come to me right now and say to me, follow me, and then invite himself to my house to come and have dinner, I would freak out. Oh, I know better than you, and you're gonna die in hell, burn in hell, whatever you want to say. I don't think people have made this decision lightly. I want to talk about a topic today that's quite profound. My channel was created in the premise of that I need to reach out to the men out there that are lost. And they're lost because of identity. Now the thing is, when a man doesn't know his identity, it directly translates into purpose. Think about it. If you have no identity, if you do not know where you fit in, your purpose, what is the reason why you're here? And that's exactly why my channel exists, is to reach out to the lost men to say, listen here, buddy, I've been in the same boat that you have been. I am on this journey together with you because I'm not perfect, but together we can do this. We can hold each other accountable and say, come buddy, I'm going to hold you. Let's do this together. That's the whole purpose of my channel. And I find it so fitting that we've come to that time in our lives that there is a month dedicated to people, I have to put this in the right words, they do not know their God-given identity. And I mean this with the greatest of love. But there's a problem. It's not what they're doing. It's how we as Christians are approaching them and trying to beat them down and say to them, listen, you're going to go to hell. You need to repent and wada. For years, people have put smokes, I used to smoke many years ago, and they used to have a label that say stuff like, warning, smoking can kill you, it's addictive, can cause cancer, can cause all of these problems, yet people kept on smoking. What I'm trying to get is this. You cannot come to a person and say to them, change. You kind of have to connect with them. You have to have a relationship, build a relationship with them, try to figure this out. So this is why I'm creating this video. And it's probably going to step on some toes, but it's okay. It's probably one of the only reasons why Christians exist, is to find out what's going on in people's life and try to draw them back to their Christian original identity and faith. So again, I mean this with the greatest of respect. And if you out there and you struggled with this, I want to find out from you why. Why is it that there are so many men out there? Yes, including women, but we're focusing now on men because this channel is mostly for men out there that don't know their identity. Why is it that you do what you do when you are in this umbrella of what they call the LGBTQ community? There are so many letters in the alphabet. I think there's much more now, but I want to know why. Why is it that you've pulled yourself out of the system of I identify as this or I identify as that and say, I am who I am because I choose to be this? I think us as Christians need to first find out what's going on. Why are these people that are in this community, why are they doing what they're doing? That's it. That's all we need to find out. Is there hurt from the past? Is there something that happened that changed their identity? Is there something that they saw that maybe made them curious as to, oh, let's see what this does? Because a lot of them I've heard say that they were born this way. When my wife and I got married and we had 2 little girls, the most cutest thing I've ever seen was the moment that we kissed. We go, mwah! They say, oh, yuck, yucky, get a room, all of those things. Isn't it interesting that most kids are the same? When they grew up, especially at that age of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-ish, around about there, they have this tendency to say, ew, gross, because they don't know what it means to be intimate yet. Look, don't get me wrong. I know times have changed and there's a lot of introduction to that stuff. And this is the question I'm asking. What introduced you to do what you are doing today? Is it because of your childhood that has been messed up? Was there something introduced to you at a younger age than what was supposed to be? Were you told that you need to be something that you were not? It's an honest question. I need to know. This is the reason why I'm asking this question. And I'm going to bring up a verse shortly, and I'm going to explain to you why I'm asking this question, because I need to know how to approach the next person I see that is struggling. We call it struggling because in a Christian faith or Christian standard of thinking, we see that is wrong. Do we just label that as the only thing that is wrong? Absolutely not. There are people that steal, there's people that kill, there are people that are liars, fraudsters, other religions. Those all contribute in the umbrella of sinners. When we focus or force people to under that umbrella to say you need to change, otherwise you're going to burn in hell forever, do you think it's going to happen? Do you think it's like a warning on a cigarette label to say do not smoke because you're going to die? No, that's not I don't think, and again this is from personal experience, I do not believe that is how you approach someone that is struggling with sin. If I have to explain what I see in this verse, it might help you to understand why I'm asking the question, rather than aiming at a person that is struggling with any sort of sin and say, you are damned. Is it going to help? What is the percentage if it does help? Would you actually make a difference in a larger percentage if you had to come with guns blazing? Now, I want to read this verse to you. It's found in Matthew 9, starts from verse 9. And just a quick one, I'm not going to read the whole thing. So the boldness of Jesus, this is quite amazing. So Jesus goes out and he walks about and he sees this oak. His name is Matthew. Matthew's a tax collector. He says to Matthew, Matthew, follow me. The very next verse, it says, while Jesus was having dinner at Matthew's house. I mean, he just said to this oak, follow me. Very next verse, he says, while he's having dinner at Matthew's house. Think about it. He just approaches the guy and says, come, let's go have dinner at your place. And it happens. I promise you now, if a guy had to come to me right now and say to me, follow me, and then invites himself to my house to come and have dinner, I would freak out. I don't know. Anyway, the point that I was trying to get at is this: while Jesus was having dinner at Matthew's house, many tax collectors and sinners came and ate with him. Now, sinners, I don't know what kind of sinners those were. It could have been prostitutes. It could have been people that lie, steal, commit fraud, other religions. We don't know. Maybe there's a deeper explanation into this. I haven't gone into it, and if you do know something of or who those sinners were, please drop it in the comments and tell me who do you think it was. But the point was, the Pharisees saw this. The Pharisees were like the priests with the highest ranks at the time. Pharisees, Sadducees, and those people. And they say to him, why does your teacher eat with tax collectors? And in brackets it says sinners. On hearing this, and this is the reason why I'm asking the question, because we need to approach this very carefully if we want to make a difference in people's lives. You cannot just say you're going to hell. Look what Jesus does. He says, it is not the healthy who needs the doctor, but the sick. But go and learn what this means. I desire mercy, not sacrifice. For I have not come to call the righteous, but sinners. In all honesty, if you have to go to the doctor with a broken leg, do you think the doctor will say to you, why did you break your leg? Don't you know it's going to hurt? It's going to take 6 weeks, 8 weeks to restore. It's going to take this long for you to walk around on crutches and you get my point? A doctor will never do that. A doctor will say to you, oh my goodness, I see that there's a problem. Come, let's find out what happened. Then he builds this rapport with you. He finds out exactly what can he do to fix you. He goes and he takes x-rays. He goes deep down and he gets to the core of the problem and says, I see, there's the problem. Let me try to fix this. Do I just wrap a bandage around it? Do I put a cast around it? Do I drill holes and put pins in it? Every situation needs to be treated differently. My question again, when it comes to the LGBTQ plus community, is it fair of us to treat them in a harsh way, to say, you are stupid, what you're doing is wrong, you're going to die? Think about it. My whole aim or goal for this, what I'm doing right now, this video, is to understand why are you doing what you're doing. Can I be used by God as a doctor to look deep inside of you, into your past, into your hurt, into your preference, and if you can tell me exactly why it is what you do, to tell me that you were born this way, it doesn't make sense. It really doesn't make sense because, as I explained, kids do not know their attractiveness in whatever sex they prefer at that young age. It is only much later that you are wise enough to make a decision to say, oh, I like whomever. It can be a different race. It can be a different sex. It can be a person with long hair, straight hair, curly hair, Portuguese, Latino, African, American. We don't know. But it is only at a certain age that you become attracted to whoever is in front of you. So I don't think you are born that way. I really do think you start off at a certain age to say, I like this kind. But the question is, how did you get to that? For me, it was easy. I mean, I've always seen a father and a mother, grandmother and a grandfather, husband and wife. I've never been introduced to same-sex marriages. And it was only much later in my teenage years, and I kid you not, it was only in my teenage years where I was introduced to same-sex, and I was like, what? Is this possible? Then I go and I do Bible study and I see something like this that has been around since the beginning of time. So clearly the issue that we're sitting with is not just why are you doing what you're doing. The issue is the root. And I can tell you now from day one, the devil's objective was never to come and lie, steal, kill, and destroy. It was never his objective. His objective was to take a relationship and split it. Split husband and wife, split man and God. That was his whole objective. And how does he do it? He steals, he kills, he destroys, he lies, he manipulates. And that's always been his strategy. It's always been the way he performs all of his tasks. So my question is, what is it that caused you to do what you do today? And I don't want you to open up a can of worms and tell me, oh, it's because of this. I need you to honestly ask yourself that question. You see, the thing is, I'm not a life coach. I'm not a counselor. I'm not any of these things. So why do I ask these questions? It's not for me to help you. It's for us as Christians to understand one thing. And I need to make this clear. You need to obviously go and spread the gospel. But be careful how you do it. Because if you try do it with oh, I know better than you and you're going to die in hell, burn in hell, whatever you want to say in that regard. You need to be very careful on how you do it. I'm sitting with the same position where I am in right now, where I've got family members that are dealing with this, where they are choosing a certain sex that we seem or tend to find is not godly. So my question is, what can we do to find out? And how can we approach these people that have an identity crisis on their hands and they've been sold a lie? They've kept on repeating it is okay to be gay, and it's hurting not only them, but it's hurting the body of Christ. I hope what I'm saying is making sense. I hope that today's topic not only enlightens just myself, but a lot of people out there to ask these questions. It's hard questions because has it been asked before? Am I just being overly zealous when it comes to trying to find out how can we help those people that are in this position? I don't think people have made this decision lightly. Something happened. I really don't know what. Maybe I'm thumb-sacking something, but I really do think something might have happened to have made the choices that they've made. And I just want to know why. I hope this makes sense. Anyway, that is my $1 million question for today. I hope you guys have a good one, and we'll see you on the next one soon. Cheers, guys.